His eyes were gone. Just 2 black holes. But he still looked at me. People in my village don't like to talk about the time the high priest lost his power. Some act like it never happened. Others just whisper about it, like if you say his name too loud, his ghost will crawl out of the trees. But I was there. I saw it. I saw him. I saw the child. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Solo. I'm from a small village deep in the bush, far from Monrovia, near the border with Guinea. It's the kind of place that doesn't show up on maps. We didn't have electricity back then. We barely had radios. But we had the high priest. They called him Pobagba. Some said he was over 100 years old. Some said he was born from the belly of a crocodile. I don't know what was true, but I know this: everybody feared him. He walked with a stick carved with bones. He wore a robe made from the skins of animals people never saw. And if he looked at you too long, your child got sick. Your crops failed. Your house burned down. Nobody questioned Pobagba. Not even the chief. Every year, he demanded a gift for the spirits. Sometimes a cow. Sometimes chickens. But the worst year, when I was around 12, he said the spirits wanted a child. My friend Z's little sister, Masu, disappeared that week. Everyone knew what happened, but nobody said anything. You don't talk when the spirits are watching. I never forgave them for taking Masu. But that same year, something strange happened. A woman came from another village. She walked into ours like she didn't know fear. Her clothes were torn, and she carried a baby. Said her village was wiped out in a fire after they refused Pobagba's messengers. The baby's name was Jeto. The woman begged for food and shelter. The elders gave her an old hut on the edge of the village. Pobagba didn't say anything, for once. Just stared at her during the next offering day. His lips moved, but no sound came out. Some people said he cursed her. Others said he was scared. That was the first time I ever saw fear in his face. As Jeto grew, things changed. Slowly at first. The rains returned after years of dry season. The cassava grew fatter. No more children died during the fever months. But Pobagba's power, well, it started to crack. One day, lightning struck his shrine tree. Split it in half. He called a meeting in the village square and declared that a dark child was bringing impurity to the land. That the spirits demanded this child be given up. Everyone knew he was talking about Jeto. But the boy wasn't like other children. He didn't cry. He barely spoke. But when he looked at you, you felt like he was peeling you open with his eyes. I saw it myself. He once touched a sick goat and the next morning it was jumping around like it was born yesterday. Jeto's mother refused to give him up. She stood in front of Pobagba, holding the boy in one arm. Her other hand clutched a charm tied with red cloth and cowries. She said, "This one is not yours. He was promised before you were even born." That night, her heart burned down. Everyone thought she and the boy were dead. We mourned them for 2 days. Then, on the 3rd morning, Jeto walked into the village, alone. Not a scratch on him. His feet were bare, covered in ash. His eyes looked older. Way older. Like he had seen things no child should see. And he went straight to the shrine. I followed him, even though every voice in my head told me not to. Something stronger pulled me forward. Maybe curiosity. Maybe guilt. Maybe something else. When I got to the shrine, the air felt wrong. Heavy. Like walking through thick soup. Jeto was standing in front of Pobagba. The old man was shaking, holding his staff like it could protect him. "You are not spirit," Jeto said. "You are dust." And then the wind started. But the trees didn't move. Just dust rising from the ground, spinning around them both. Pobagba raised his staff, shouted some words in a language I didn't know. His mouth foamed. His robe lifted as if something inside him was pushing to get out. Then Jeto raised his hand. He didn't touch the priest. Didn't need to. Poor Bagba screamed like a dying dog. His eyes melted. Not burned, melted. Just 2 black holes where they used to be. But he still turned his face toward Jeto. Still he looked at him. Then his staff snapped. Just cracked in 2 like dry wood. The air turned cold. He dropped to his knees. And Jeto whispered something. I was close, but I couldn't hear it. I don't think it was meant for anyone else. The high priest fell flat. Face down. He didn't move. By the time the dust settled, other villagers had come. They stood there, frozen. Looking at the boy. At the body. Nobody said anything for a long time. Then an old woman stepped forward, the one who always sat near the fire and never spoke. She put her hand on Jeto's shoulder and said, "The promise is kept." After that, Jeto didn't stay. He walked into the bush that same evening. Some say he joined the river spirits. Others think he still walks among other villages, breaking old curses. As for me, I stayed. Helped rebuild the shrine, but not for spirits. For truth. The people changed. No more offerings. No more fear. But sometimes at night, I still hear that scream in my head. And I still remember those eyes. Empty, black holes. But they looked right into me. You don't forget when you see a god lose. And you don't forget the child that made it happen. Story end. Please subscribe to this channel.